Fortune telling for beginners. Well, we'll read that. Well, we'll go somewhere and then read that. We're going to have to head back to Breville, and we've found, with our research, that we need to head to around here somewhere, don't we? Is it around here? Oh, did that replace my active quest? So, which is here. So, I think we'll be heading to... Oh, yeah, we'll head to Breville and then do that. But I think we'll be doing this one next. Killing some guy named Serajur. We'll try and... What is it? The Order of the Virtuous Blood. Because it's about the utmost safety of the people of the Imperial City. I'm lost. Where am I going to read? Actually, that's... What's time is it? Now... I don't think we can actually go to the Arcane University, so we won't be able to get any food there, like we've been doing, getting food from the Mages Guild and eating it with them.
Greetings, Imperial.
Greetings! Do I have any food with me, or have I just been using them all in potions? Oh, I don't have any decent food, have I? Not really, so we're going to have to buy some food somewhere. Isn't that leaving it? Yes, I believe it is. So... let's go.
What do you want?
I don't know, why did you go... Nah, nah.
Master Ambacano is a fine gentleman. Mad for old Aliad stuff, true, but he's got the dodge, so it's alright, ain't it?
Int it.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say.
It should be saying int it, if you want to go kind of down that route. Right, so... A blind moth priest.
Remember, trespassing in the Imperial Palace is a serious crime.
I don't know who the... What? Okay. So, I think we'll... Something. I mean, actually, to boost my mercantile, I could switch to the Vardenfell Traders, curious. Seems odd that he was wearing that. I'm guessing they're based on Mithril. Oh. Ah, alas. Because that's boosting my strength. So I have no choice, I'm wearing that. What I think we'll do is we'll try and see if we can get like a Mithril kind of helmet and put Night Eye into it. Because we've got the Oblivion stone thing that I'm sure has a proper technical term that I can't for the life of me remember. I don't think this is right. Why is everything grass?
If you go to the fighting chance, make sure to speak with Rosan about repairing armor.
It does seem a little greener than I recall. Isn't this where the defense person was? No.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Ah, best defense. Not interested in shields? Well, I've got one, but I like mine. You're the light armor dude.
The best defense.
Can I buy something?
Weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Mithril helmet. I'll buy that, I think. Thank you. May as well buy some. No, I'll only buy 10 of them, for 10 of them at the moment. Yes, 10 of them. Which I probably could... Yeah, we'll just buy 10, rather than try and fiddle and haggle.
Tell your friends about me.
I promise nothing.
Fine.
You're now over encumbered. See? That looks better. That does look better. So, what I could do... is... I could put the Night Eye onto it, I think. Which then means that when we're in the... because I'm guessing we're going to be going into various different places where it'll be useful to have Night Eye. Oh, I have a bow, don't I? I will forget to use that. So, do I even want to keep that? I've got my... Well, I may as well... Right.
What?
Can I sell you things?
Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Well, we may as well sell the Greaves. Actually, we'll haggle a little bit now.
A good price?
We'll sell the smuggler's boots because I'd rather hold on to the water walking ones. And they're lighter anyway.
That's a fair deal.
And the trader's cuirass, do I really want to keep that? And the rubies, I might be able to get something better for it, but the trader's cuirass, I think we're not going to be bothering too much with that because I'm guessing it's going to be a series of dungeons to do more with this mission. So the quest. Can I sell it for that?
You need to make a better offer.
No, you do. I don't need both of these shields, they're identical. So we'll sell the Leowin shield, I think.
You've got to be kidding.
Boo! Why not? What's wrong with my offer?
Make me a better offer.
Grr.
That seems a fair price.
So I'll sell the Leowin shield because I'm not too fussed with that. We're not going to be heading down that far. I mean, we might hover around Kvatch though. The question is, what do we do with these arrows and the bow? Do I keep them? Yeah. I need to recharge the longsword of numbing, don't I? Should probably use the elven longsword a bit more because of it. We'll certainly sell that. The bow. Do I want to keep the bow? I'll probably forget to use it, that's the thing. That's my key thought of it, is I will just go, I'm a mage and a sword and board type fellow. Yeah, we'll sell it, I think.
Fine.
Sell. Yes.
Come back and see me again.
Can I now move again? Wait. You might be able to...
I can fix whatever you break.
Gee, let's repair everything.
You too.
Right. Okie. Oh dear. So what we'll do... What time is it? Is we haven't really had any lunch, have we? So...
Hi there.
We'll...
Everybody needs a cup.
We'll buy something from here to eat.
Hi there.
Hello. Oh, dodge. Oh. If you'd moved out of the way, I wouldn't have had to do that.
Go ahead.
Let's
A
buy.
little food and drink will do you some good.
We'll have some beef. And potato. So. And some vegetables to go with that. Don't really want a salad. We'll have a bit of a salad. So we'll buy carrot and a lettuce.
You drive a hard. Thank you. Come again.
So while kind of he's preparing it or whatever, we'll chat.
Bray Fox sounds like a dangerous thief.
I'm sure he is. Right.
You too.
So we'll now have what we've just bought. So that was a bit of beef, carrot. Oh, I already had a carrot, but I'm guessing it's more kind of a stewy thing. So it's the lettuce. We'll have the leek as well and the potato. So that's kind of like a bit of scouse kind of stuff. Now we're going to read, what was it, the Fortune Telling for Beginners. Fortune Telling for Beginners, also known as How I Learned to Love the Tarot. Once when I was just a girl, I was sent to town to pick up some boots that had been repaired for my father. On the way there, I ran into an old woman who was obviously having trouble walking. Since I was going the same way, I offered her my arm and we slowly made our way towards the town. We didn't say a word during the trip, but I wasn't uncomfortable. As we neared the last hill before the town would come into view, the woman said that was as far as she was going. To thank me, she offered to read my fortune with an old, faded tarot deck she kept in her pocket. Intrigued, I accepted, and we sat down in the soft grass next to the road. I remember how dark and foreboding the once bright afternoon seemed to turn, although that could just be my memory. I don't remember which cards the woman turned over, because I was unlearned yet in the ways of the tarot, but I will never forget the woman's eyes when she told me not to go to town. I protested that I had an errand to run or my father would tan my hide, but her eyes pierced my soul when she told me to run, and to run quickly. I didn't argue again. I only looked back once during the run, but the woman was impossibly out of sight. When I got home, my father was angry and I was sent to my room without any supper and without allowing me to explain. It wasn't until later that night that a friend came to see my father and spread the news that the blacksmith was robbed and killed in the middle of broad daylight in that very afternoon. The culprits would probably not be caught, since no one had happened to go to the shop all afternoon. No one knew anything was wrong until it was noticed that the shop was still open after normal closing time. Questions came so fast into my head that I barely had time to register them. Who was the woman? How did she disappear so quickly after reading my fortune? How did she know I was going to go to the blacksmith's? How did she read my fortune? Because of that day, I've spent my life studying the arts of mysticism and scrying into the future. Fortune-telling is popularly done through crystal ball, crystallomancy, or tarot cards, cartomancy. Although almost anything can be used. Tea leaves, the stars, that's astrology, sticks, pools of waters and stones are some of the numerous other methods used for divination. Well, there's palmistry, of course. It is fitting that the most unpredictable and random of the schools of magic, mysticism, would be used to peer beyond the veil of what will be. The question becomes, whom do you ask for help? Is it Akatosh, the first of the divines and the god of time? Or Arche, who rules over your birth and your death? Or perhaps you would pray to Vermina and her omens? I only briefly touch on the subject here, young learner, to illustrate that telling a fortune is not precise. This is just an introduction into the art of telling the future. Elements change depending on what aspect you are trying to learn. Beware, for you can influence your scrying to tell you what you want to hear, but not what will not come to pass. You must always be careful that your own prejudices do not cloud your reading. How long was this? Yeah, I'll read it all the way through. Crystal balls. The first crystal balls are thought to be Ayleid in origin, although a crystal ball can be made anywhere of any crystal and any colour, as long as it is transparent and the colouring is natural. It should also be perfectly round and naturally coloured, and placed on either a wooden or metal stand. The ball focuses the user's attention and helps clear one's mind, allowing the images one is looking for to come forth. There is also the ancient practice of placing a crystal ball in a gourd of water to see who has cast a detrimental spell on another. As you've probably already surmised, crystal balls aren't only used to tell the future, they can tell the present or the past as well. Sometimes a chant is used while divining as well, but this doesn't have power in itself. Both the ball and the chanting help to focus one's energy to enter into a trance state, which allows the user to see what is to be seen. It is with this that we see what we are looking for. There are different thoughts on how exactly we get the divination. Some believe that the divines or Daedra grant our requests based upon their own whimsy and rules. Some believe that we have the power inside of us, and only when we quiet everything else do we truly hear what we already know. And some place the power in the crystal itself. In the latter case, the choice of which crystal to use is extremely important. In the other case, it is only an instrument and is not of paramount importance. Whichever you decide, you will find that you will become attached to your crystal ball and it will work easier for you with practice. Tarot cards. No one is quite sure when tarot cards first appeared or even where they originated from. Various stories do all have one thing in common. They are made for the aristocracy's fancy. Yeah, I mean, I think that they were used originally more like playing cards in some regards, with an extra court card in each suit, and then the 21 trump suit, which is commonly called the Major Arcana. It contains the ones everyone knows about: Force, Death, Strength, the Tower, the Hanged Man. The tarot was first used for fun, a game much like other card games, but with detailed and frequently ornately drawn figures to represent the suits. How many cards are used depend on the deck, but most present-day decks consist of 4 suits: the Minor Arcana, yes, and the trump cards. Major. See, I know what I'm talking about. The suits consist of wands. I think more wands, cups, pentacles, and swords. Or I think the sets I've had have been staffs, cups, coins, and swords. The trumps are the pictured cards, most often recognised with the tarot cards, such as the Fool and the Fortune card. Precisely when tarot cards were first used to divine answers is unclear, but it was in all probability to keep the nobles entertained. You can do that with some people apparently say you can predict the future with a normal deck of playing cards, your standard ones. But it was all there. The tarot can be read at any time, although there is an old Bosmer belief that reading the tarot during the Witches' Festival, the 13th of Frostfall, would provide special insight into the future. When reading the tarot, much importance is placed in the question itself. In asking a question, be sure not to ask a simple yes or no question. You should also not use them to make a decision. Use the tarot merely as a guide. So they guide you to a decision, surely. The question asked is often just as important as the answer given. You can set yourself up with a wrong answer if you do not ask the right question. The question should be focused but open-ended, positive but neutral, detailed yet broad. This may seem confusing, but the answer is there if you are wise enough to read it. The tarot, although used to tell your broad future, is more often used to help you decide which path to take. As such, they are oftentimes used when major life-changing events occur, such as a birth or a wedding. The layout of the cards is also important. There are several different ways to lay the cards out, and the reading can change depending on where the card is positioned. Also, if the card is placed upside down, a different meaning is associated with it. Care must be given when the deck is shuffled by the supplicant. The reader must faithfully lay the cards out the way they are given and not mistakenly alter the position. It is prudent to keep in mind that tarot cards, as well as astromancy or astrology, are the domain of Hermaeus Mora. Unlike other methods of divination, which can ask multiple other higher beings for help, the star and card reading remain under this Daedric prince's power. The divines cannot, or will not, help when seeking an answer in this fashion. Heed my words, his gifts are not always freely given. The true power of scrying comes from within, even when aided by the divines or the Daedra. Without internal discipline, you will be blind to its answers. It is the truly powerful who do not need any method to find the answers they are seeking. Everything else is but a tool used to realize what you already know or what the gods wish to tell you. It takes true wisdom to look for and to find the answers you seek, but do not be afraid. You cannot learn if you do not try. Remember not to put too much stock into a reading until you become adept at its practices.